Hey parents, this video is for you. I know that our Summer JumpStart program is coming to an end, but you still have your kit with materials. So we're going to talk about a few things that you guys can do at home between now and the time school starts back to continue the kit and continue our 2 weeks of Summer JumpStart. So your kit for 3rd and 4th grade students had 6 books in it. You have History Behind the Holidays, Building Bridges, The Moon, Communities Helping Communities, Habitats of Africa, and Holidays Around the World. So each of these books has a few questions built in. Now, again, the first thing to do, obviously, is read your books with your students. It's always a good idea to preview the book first, flip through, look at the pictures, make some predictions, and then you can read the book together. And then you can have your student read the book independently. That way they should have a good understanding of the book, they know what it's about and what's been going on. So each of these books has content vocabulary. It's in the front inside cover of all of them. And you also have a big idea and some objectives. So by the end of your reading of your books, you should be able to answer or identify these objectives. So one thing you can do for each book is go through the objectives and make sure your student can do that. For example, in the Building Bridges book, the first objective is to identify the different types of bridges. If your student can name the different types of bridges, you'll have met that objective. The second objective is to describe how each type of bridge supports weight. Again, if your student can do that, then they have accomplished what the book needs them to do. And the last one, explain the challenges and benefits of building bridges. Again, that's something that's going to involve some critical thinking, and it shows that they have a good understanding of the book. In addition, each book has journal questions on the back inside cover. Now, in our videos, we usually only ask you to pick one, but if you'd like to further your knowledge of the book, you can always have your students answer all 3 or 4 of the journal questions, depending on which book it is. That's another extension you could do for these books. Another thing that you can do is use your reading journal. So this book is a very good resource from here on out. So there is a nonfiction section and a fiction section. Nonfiction goes through page 30. Fiction starts on page 31 and continues through the rest of the book. What you can use this for is each of these 6 books that you have, those are nonfiction books. So you can pick any of the pages that you haven't used already and have your students answer anything about it. For example, page 29 is a cause and effect page, or page 27 is an opinion piece. You can have your student complete any of those prompts on your 6 nonfiction books. The other half of the book is about fiction text. And as long as you have access to a fiction text, it can be a physical book that you have. It can be a book that has been read on YouTube. It can be something on your tablet or iPad, or even in your library on your iPhone. You can take any of those books, as long as they're fiction, and use it for the rest of this reading journal book. For example, this page says I predicted it. So it's to make a prediction about a fiction text that your student has read. You can do that with, again, most anything as long as it's fiction or nonfiction. The other thing in your kit is this ReadAHome guide. This is also a really good resource for you to use. It gives you tips on how to get your student reading and how to be more motivated. So the biggest thing that I take away from this guide is that reading aloud is important, no matter what age your student is. We are talking preschoolers through high schoolers. It's important to read aloud to your student and with your student. When you're reading aloud to your students, it shows an example of good reading. It will show them what reading is supposed to sound like and what reading is supposed to look like. It also shows your student that you're interested in what they're doing. If they have a book that they like to read and you want to read it with them, that's going to give them a little bit more motivation as well. Also, At the same time, encourage your student to read independently. So, sure, the two of you may have a set time every day to read, but make sure they know that they can read at any time as long as they have something to read with them. If there's an author they like, look that author up on social media. Most authors have a Twitter account or an Instagram or a blog or even a website. If there's something your student's interested in, you can probably find those things. I know that there is a website where you can write letters or emails to Pete the Cat and send them in, and you'll get a response. That's pretty cool. Dave Pilkey, that's the author of Dogman, he has an entire website with lots of interactive activities. So there's Seussville for Dr. Seuss. There's all kinds of things you can find online. If there's an author or a topic your student's interested in, definitely look that up. Same thing when selecting books. Make sure you can find something, take things they're already interested in, and go that route. It usually helps them be interested in what they're reading and makes them want to read more. And the most important thing is to read every day. 20 minutes a day is recommended, but if you only have 5 minutes, that helps as well. We just want to get our students reading and get them on the right track for school to start back soon. So if there's anything that you need help with, any questions, please feel free to ask any of your child's teachers. We're here to help. Just keep reading.